Missys Colouring Craze. I'm here to do my April finishes for the month of, well, April. So I'll just get into it straight away. So we have Disney Princess Super Colouring, and the two I did in this one was, they are marked somewhere. Aha, yeah. So we've got my Tangled one. So we did the Tangled from Disney Princess Super Colouring by Autumn Publishing. I used WH Smith pencils, and that was finished on the 11th of the 4th. The next one I also did was Rapunzel, looking at some books in a bookshop. This was from the Disney Princess Super Colouring Autumn Publishing book. I used WH Smith pencils, and that was also done on the same day, the 11th of the 4th. So yeah, that's that one. Next book we have is Koala Cuddles colouring book by Belle and Mackenzie, and we did just this one, 2 koalas cuddling. We did this on the 14th of the 4th, and we used big felt tips. There we go. Oh, sorry. Did you see that? I don't know. There we go. Next one I've got is 50 Lovely Gnomes by Camellia Angel Cova, and I did the first page in this one when I could get to it. There we go. Yeah, we did the first page, and this was done with Black Widow pencils on the 14th of the 4th. Yep. Just put the tags over there. There we go. Next up we've got 100 Animals Colour by Number for Kids by Kira Shesneva, and we did the bear on the 15th of the 4th, and we did it with big felt tips. So there's that one. Next one I've got is Dogs and Cats Colour by Number by Nikki Sharma, and we did the cat and butterfly, and this was done with big felt tips. This was also done on the 15th of the 4th. Yep. Next up I've got Kawaii Animals by Coco Wayo. We did the pigs. This was done with big felt tips, and this was also done on the 15th of the 4th. There we go. There we go. A Million Unicorns by Lulu Mayo, and we did the copyright page with WH Smith pencils. This was done on the 13th of the 4th. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. And then we did the book, sort of book belongs to page, illustrated page with WH Smith pencils, and this was done on the 13th of the 4th. There we go. Next up I've got the Hatsu Miku Colour in Heaven collection, and we did page, when I can get to it, page 6. It's the Alice, it was kind of like Alice in Wonderland. It actually looks like Alice in Wonderland, but I did this with WH Smith pencils, and I also did it on the 13th of the 4th, 21. There we go. Next up we've got Animal Wonderland Special by Kanoko Agusa, and we did, I have to flip this one over, page 19, the pigs, and we did that with WH Smith pencils, and I did that on the 13th of the 4th as well. So there's that one. Next up I've got Disney Princess Super Colours, and I did Belle and Philippe, and I did this with Black Widow pencils on the 19th of the 4th. There we go. Next up I've got 50 winter miniatures, and I've only done the first page, and this was done with Black Widow pencils on the 14th of the 4th. There we go. By Camellia Angel Corbett. Next up I've got Disney Princess Ultimate Colouring Book, and we did Belle with Black Widow pencils on the 14th of the 4th. There we go. And we also did Cinderella on the 14th of the 4th with Black Widow pencils. And there we go. Next up I've got Animal Kingdom colour by numbers, and we did the bunny with big felt tips and Crayola super tips on the 19th of the 4th. So there's my little bunny. That's Animal Kingdom colour by numbers by Arpad Albee and Martin Sanders. Next up we've got Whimsy Girls Celebrate the Holidays and Festive Occasions by Hannah Lynn, and I did Easter Sunday with big felt tips and finished on the 19th of the 4th. There we go. That's that one done. Next up I've got the Halloween special Colour in Heaven issue 66, and mine's quite small because I've ripped out some of the pages that I didn't fancy doing. But I did do Isabel by Dawn Davison, and I used big felt tips, and I completed this on the 20th of the 4th. There we go. Next up we've got Girl Power by Christopher Hart, and we did this cute autumn girl with big felt tips, and we completed this on the 20th of the 4th. So there she is. There we go. I've still got quite a few to get through. Next up is Rhapsody in the Forest by Kanoko Agusa, and we did, where is my picture? Sorry if I'm making this sick, I can't seem to find my picture, guys. Oops. There we go. There we go. Found it. At last. I did the bunny page, and I did that with W.H. Smith's pencils on the 20th of the 4th, 21. There we go. Next up I have Colour and Art Cats and Kittens, and we did this one, cat sat near a window. We did this with Tesco Super Tips and Crayola Pipsqueaks on the 7th of the 4th. There we go. Next up we've got Love Stories by Hatchet Heroes, and we did, which one did we do? There we go, Lady and the Tramp on the 8th of the 4th, 21, and we did it with big felt tips. There we go. Next up we've got Chibi Girls Volume 2 by Jade Summer, and we've done, I know we did one in here, yeah, the Chibi Wood Elf with big felt tips, and this was done on the 8th of the 4th. So we've done, there we go. Yeah. Next up I've got Enchanted Halloween by Hannah Lynn. And we've done Owls Hallow Eve with big felt tips, and this was done on the 8th of the 4th. There we go. Next up I have Disney Animox Gross Colour, 240 pages of colouring. And we've only done 2 in this one. We've done Philippe with Black Widow pencils, the Cobra set, on the 8th of the 4th, 21. There he is. Next up I've got, I don't pick it up. Next up I've got Fadorables 4 books in 1, 100 designs, and we've got, no, ignore that one was done in March. We've got Clud and Vampire, this was done with Black Widow Cobra set pencils on the 1st of the 4th. And then we also did the Kraken, which was done on the 10th of the 4th with Black Widow pencils. Oh, try not to rip my pages. There we go. Next up I've got Sharks colouring book, Hammerheads, Great Whites and More. That was done in March. We've got this one done on the 10th of the 4th, 21 with big felt tips. And we've got that one, which was done 10th of the 4th with big felt tips. There we go. Next up we've got Baby Dragons by Jade Summer. I did Baby Dragon and Mother with WH Smith pencils, and this was done on the 1st of the 4th. And then we've also got this one. This is done with WH Smith pencils and done on the 11th of the 4th. Next up I have Mythical Maidens and Curious Creatures by Hannah Lynn. And we've got the Sphinx Lair done with WH Smith pencils. Completed on the 1st of the 4th. There we go. And then we've got Gargoyle Girl completed with WH Smith pencils and completed on the 11th of the 4th. So there we go. There we go. Next up we've got 50 Summer Miniatures by Camellia Angel Cobra, and we just did the Frog Band in this one with Black Widow pencils, and it was completed on the 9th of the 4th. Next up I've got 50 Autumn Miniatures by Camellia Angel Cobra, and we did the Deer on this one with Black Widow pencils, completed on the 9th of the 4th. So there we go. Next up I've got Chibi Girls, Jade Summer, and we did the no, we did one in it. Yep, the Ballerina, the Chibi Ballerina with big felt tips on the 11th of the 4th. There we go. Next up I've got Manga Art by Kaleidoscope Colouring and Hinkler, and we did this one, which is Manga Girl Sitting on a Moon, and we did this with Tesco Super Tips on the 5th of the 4th. There we go. Next up I've got Chibi Girls colouring book by Young Dreamers Press, and we did the cake, Chibis with the cake, and we did this with Tesco Super Tips and completed on the 5th of the 4th. So there's that one. Next up I've got Super Cute Animals by May You, and we did Magic Buddies with big felt tips on the 5th of the 4th. So there's that one. Yep. Next up I've got 50 Romantic Miniatures, and we did the mice on the 5th of the 4th with Black Widow pencils. There we go. And then we also did the page number 2, which was the cushions on the blanket, and we did that on the 9th of the 4th with Black Widow pencils. There we go. Next up I've got Disney Retro, which I've almost actually finished. Ignore them ones, they're not done. Where was I up to? I've actually almost finished this book, right? So we've got, it's a big book this one. We've got Lady and the Tramp, completed on the 1st of the 4th with big felt tips. Then we've got Wally and Eve, completed on the 3rd of the 4th with big felt tips. Next up we have The Rescuers, completed on the 4th of the 4th with big felt tips. Yeah. Then we've got Thumper and Flower, completed with Tesco Super Tips on the 5th of the 4th. Oh yeah, and then we've got Princess and the Frog, completed with big felt tips on the 13th of the 4th. So I think that's everything in that one. There we go. Next up I've got Million Sloths by Lulu Mayo, and I know it's, oh there it is, I just went past it, sorry guys. I definitely just went past it. Yep, there it is. We've got the sloths with the claws on. Completed. There we go. Completed on the 20th of the 4th with WH Smith pencils. So there's that one. Next up we've got Disney Friendship, and we did Flick and Princess Atta with WH Smith pencils, completed on the 20th of the 4th. There we go. I just didn't fancy doing the background because the background looked fine to me, so there we go. Next up I've got Gacha Life. It's a chibi colouring book by Lumi, and we have only done certain. We did Vi with my stationery island markers on the 5th of the 4th. There's Vi. Only a couple more left, guys. Next up I've got Chibi Girls by Alice Brockmere. Which one's this one? And we did the Waitress on the 5th of the 4th with big felt tips. There we go. Next up I've got Fairytale Princess and Storybook Darlings. by Hannah Lynn, and I did 2 buddy colours in this one. First buddy colour we have is Waiting for Peter Pan. I did this buddy colour with Mini Rachie on Instagram and YouTube as well on the 6th of the 4th. Check hers out. Hers came out fantastic. I did this with big felt tips. So there's that one. And our other buddy colour was Off to See the Wizard. The Wizard of Oz. This was also a buddy colour with Mini Rachie on Instagram, and she's also on YouTube. And I did this with big felt tips, and I completed this one on the 2nd of the 4th. There we go. Next up, I've got Kawaii Animals in Christmas by Kalia Black. And we didn't do the dog. No, we didn't do the owl. We did the bear on the 6th of the 4th with big felt tips. Little Christmas bear. There he is. Next up, I've got Curvy Beauties by May Yu. We did this one, She the Night, with big felt tips on the 6th of the 4th. There we go. And did I do any more in this one? No, just that one. Next up, I've got Garden of Dreams by May Yu. And we did Undersea Paradise on the 6th of the 4th with big felt tips. So there's my Undersea Paradise. I did like a rainbow effect in the background. There we go. Next up, I've got Anime Manga Girls by May Yu. Need to do a bit more than a bit more May Yu colouring. We did Forest Friends with big felt tips on the 6th of the 4th. There we go. Next up, I've got Flamingos colouring book by Alligator Books, and I just did this one with WH Miss Pencils on the 7th of the 4th. So there's some flamingos. Only a few more, guys. Next up, I've got True Romance by May Yu, and we did. This was the body colour. There we go. This was In This Together, and it was a body colour with Heidi Hornsby on Instagram and YouTube. I did this with big felt tips, and I completed it on the 2nd of the 4th. So there we go. Didn't do any more on that one. Next up, I've got My Princess colouring book by Igloo Books, and we just did the princess looking at her reflection with big felt tips, and I completed it on the 2nd of the 4th. There we go. Only a few more, guys. Next up, I've got Gothic Cuties by May Yu, and we've got a fair few in this one. So we've got The Collector, I did on the 9th of the 4th with big felt tips. Yeah. We've got Kitty I did this with Crayola Pipsqueaks and Crayola Super Tips on the 5th of the 4th. There we go, hope you guys can see that. Then I did Rose Punk with big felt tips and Crayola Pipsqueaks on the 4th of the 4th. So it's my little Easter page. There we go. And then I also did Float So Softly with big felt tips on the 3rd of the 4th. There we go. I also did Chillin' on the 3rd of the 4th with big felt tips. There we go. And I think, yeah, that was, yeah. And the last one I did was Daughter of the Moon with big felt tips on the 3rd of the 4th. There we go. Yep, so that's all for Gothic Cuties. Next up, I've got Chibi Girls Halloween. And we did, I think we only did the second, yeah, we did the second page with big felt tips. There we go. Next up, I've got Chibi Girls Colouring Book by Alice Brockmere, and we did the Princess, Chibi Princess, with big felt tips on the 3rd of the 4th. There we go. And then the last buddy colour of the month was with my friend Sam on Facebook and Instagram, and I did I'm Almost With You by Jasmine Beckett Griffith in the Gothic Compendium Colour in Heaven on the 3rd of the 4th, and I did it with big felt tips. So yeah, I think I estimated about, so there we go, there's that page. I think I estimated about 67 pages this month. I'm doing it early because I don't see me doing any more colouring for this month. So I'm going to start putting my books together for next month. So thank you guys for watching. If you've liked this video, give it a like and subscribe if you want to. I'd really appreciate it if you would like to subscribe. I have noticed I have got a few more subscribers, so thank you for the new subscribers. And yeah, stay safe everyone, and you know, keep adhering to restrictions and guidelines and everything. Alright, I'm rambling now guys, so I'm off. See you later. Bye.